by the Crops Research Institute and the Plant Generic Resources Research Institute of the Council for Scientific and Industrial Research aims at integrating indigenous leafy vegetables in the diet of Ghanaians. There is more in this report.
Speaking at the educational workshop at the Crops Research Institute in Kumasi, Director of the Plant Generic Resources Research Institute, Dr. Daniel Kote, highlighted the benefits of traditional leafy vegetables in combating climate change.
We are working with farmers who cultivate indigenous leafy vegetables, and these are very important crops that constitute a large section of our diets. And indigenous leafy vegetables are very important for combating climate change and also promoting healthy diets and food and nutrition security within the country.
He also indicated that the integration of the indigenous leafy vegetables assures the consumption of nutritious foods, as it does not require fertilizers to ward off pests.
For some of these farmers, they cultivate in very restricted areas, and so year in, year out, they have the same land, and once you do that, you accumulate pests and diseases. And when pests and diseases infest farmers' fields, what they usually do is that they spray against these insects. And these chemicals that they spray have adverse health and environmental effects. So the diversity that we are bringing and evaluating with farmers contain useful genes that are able to tolerate pests and diseases, meaning that the farmers do not have to spray against these pests and diseases, thereby exposing the general public to toxic chemicals.
Principal Research Scientist at the Crops Research Institute, Dr. Patricia Penaman Echampon, spoke on some issues that the farmers face in cultivating these vegetables.
These leafy vegetables are mainly grown in the lowlands, and these lowlands are being filled for buildings. So today they are here, tomorrow they are there. It is a big issue for our farmers.
Director of the Crops Research Institute, Professor Moses Branford Muchia, appealed to stakeholders to support the Plant Generic Resources and Research Institute with funding to perform their duties.
The CSIR, Plant Genetic Resources and Research Institute, is the national institute mandated to collect, characterize, evaluate, document, conserve, distribute, and utilize plant genetic resources from Ghana and abroad. For this effort to reach their full potential, adequate resources and support are indispensable. And I therefore urge government and policy makers, our donor partners, and